Hi folks, we are going to talk about blurring portions of your video in Premiere Pro. Sometimes you need to protect somebody's identity. Sometimes you need to blur out something like a phone number or an address. So you only need to do the blur over a certain piece of the video. And I'm going to give you a quick tutorial here on how to do that. So the first thing you want to do is you want to be wherever it is on your timeline that you need to blur. I'm going to blur this particular clip right here that I have highlighted. Then I'm going to come over here to where my bin usually is. You will see that there are a couple of arrows here, and one of my options is effects. Same place that you would get your white flash or your dissolve or anything else, except instead of going into video transitions, you go into video effects. There is a blur and sharpen, and there's a Gaussian blur. You will take that and you will drop it on the piece of video that you want to blur. Makes sense, right? And now you're like, well, there's nothing going on here. What's up with that? So what you do is you come up here to effects and you look and it says video, opacity, time mapping. Hey, Gaussian blur, look at that. So you have a choice. You have multiple choices actually. You can draw it yourself, you can use a square, or you can use an oval. Because we're using my face for this, insert your own joke here. We will use the oval. I will bring that in so it is relatively close to my face, because we really don't need to blur my purple hair. Although, I don't know, you might want to blur my purple hair. And then we will come down here and we will go to blurriness, which right now is at 0 because it's not blurred at all. And you can make this, of course it's not going to cooperate, as blurry as you want. And you can see as you drag along your line there how blurry it makes it. We'll make it like that. Mask feather makes the edges a little less sharp, so it kind of blends them into the picture a little bit more. And then if you are trying to track a person who is moving, you will want to do a mask path. And you click the play button here, and it will go all the way through that particular clip and figure out where it is that this face is. So it will automatically track that person's face and keep the blur over it the entire clip. It's exciting stuff. How long this process takes depends obviously on how long your clip is. So shorter clips don't take this long. If you are only doing an address or a phone number and it's on a piece of paper that's not moving around on your screen, obviously you don't have to follow a path. But if you have a person who is moving around a lot, because humans don't sit still very well, then you will want to do this. Okay, and now you can see that that process is done. And if I come back here and I press play, you can watch the blur move around with my face, even on the little bit of movement in this clip here.
See you all this year, but thanks.
All right, so there you go. A quick and easy way to put a blur on a portion of your video and even have it track that person's features to make sure that their identity stays protected, or that the information that you have on the screen that you shouldn't does not get shared with the public. There you go. Hope that helps.